I want to get this out of the way straight away. I'm Glynn, and I'm a wanker. I'm a full-blown dolphin polisher. But, you know, we all masturbate, don't we? Some of you might be masturbating right now. Have that effect. We're thinking about it, aren't you? So, yeah, 5 years ago, me and the wife decided it was time to start trying for a baby. And that's when I found out that I am shooting with the aiming ability of a stormtrooper. Means I don't shoot straight. She looks a bit confused. So that's when it started. Wanking into a cup. Now, they take you to a room which is called, I promise you it's called this, a masturbatorium. It's basically a room that was never designed to accommodate a wanking man's needs. I'm 21st century, you know, I'm metrosexual. Means I look after myself. So you haven't looking too bad. You know, so I'm basically looking for a bit of music, a bit of mood lighting, a bit of ambience. Instead, you get a waiting room chair, strip lighting, and a pile of overused porn magazines. But, I mean, come on, put a bit of effort in. You know, put a peephole in the door. There's women dressed as nurses right outside. But you do what any man would do in this situation. You get your phone out. Now, we all know I've got my phone out. But unfortunately, due to the network coverage in these places, you have to get on their Wi-Fi, which has a parental lock. Which is ironic, given the fact that I'm there because I'm trying to become a parent. So many. But you focus on the task in hand, and you get the job done. And then you leave. And it feels like everybody who works there is suddenly out and about. You're trying to sneak out. And suddenly all the nurses are there, including the one I'm just fantasising about. And all the doctors, they all appear as well, including the one I was just fantasising about. And all the patients are in the waiting room as well. Funny enough, I'm wanking about a few of them. And not one of them comes over to you and says, well done. Or shakes your hand. A couple of other things happened during this time. One of which was I got my balls felt by an incredibly large amount of older men. Well, one of them's in tonight, actually, I spotted him earlier on. Hey, mate, you right, remember me? Sorry. Do you remember me? I remember you. And they get hold of your balls, and they basically grab hold of them like a granddad holds a bag of boiled sweets. And you just kind of let them hang there, and maybe do a bit of twiddling, a bit of fiddling, and there's a bit of weightlifting going on there. And the whole time you're stood there and you're thinking, please don't get an erection, please don't get an erection, please don't get an erection. But he did. Now the second thing that happened, and guys, I need to now, if you're all to promise you're going to brace yourselves for this. Brace? I had a bollock sliced open. I know. I was under general anaesthetic at the time, so I didn't feel that. But I did have to feel the aftermath, and it was only akin to like a Rottweiler grabbing hold of your balls and never letting go, ever. And so they give you a medical jock strap to hold them up, take the weight. Unfortunately, this thing has got a little hole cut out the front of them, just for your little fella to pop out. And he gets propped up a little bit too much, like this, and it looks like he got a bit of a hard on. Mae West would have sounded very different and less sexy had she had said, is that a gun in your pocket or a medical jockstrap? And I had to travel home by public transport that night, which a lot of people thought I was very happy to see them. But I'm mourning when at the end of the day I've got a lovely child at home now. And she's beautiful, and it's a very strange thing having a child at home. I mean, the weirdest thing is trying to feed them. I mean, I don't know if anybody here's got a child, but trying to feed a child, they're the pickiest people on the planet, aren't they? They're pickier than a gluten and lactose intolerant vegan and an all-day barbecue. And because they don't want the food, then the tantrums start. And God, trying to calm a tantrum that starts by a baby is impossible. Say she does. You're with me all the way, aren't you? Yeah? It's horrific, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. And so you try everything. For me, I get out Peppa Pig. I start waving that about my face, trying everything you can possibly do to try and calm it down. That doesn't clearly work. So then you throw Peppa Pig to one side and you start doing all the old things, you know, like a peekaboo, peekaboo, peekaboo. I'm not actually vanishing there, love. Genuinely astonished by that. And that don't work, so then you go running to go and get a dummy in the hope that that's going to calm her down. You go flying over Pepper, which you just got rid of, into the wall, smack your neck in 3 places, and that's when she laughs. Says a lot about the human race, doesn't it? That even at the age of 1, our statistic side is so well formed that it's more fun than anything CBeebies can throw at us. Now, one last thing whilst I'm still going on about my little baby is leaving the house. That's changed massively for me. Before baby, to leave the house, I had to grab some money and make sure my trousers were on. These days, I've got to make sure the entire contents of the car are in the sorry. The entire contents, there we go, that's why I've never rehearsed it before, it's the first time. The entire contents of the house are in the car before I can even think about trousers. Now, luckily, I didn't bring them along tonight, otherwise I'd be stood over here in my pants. You're thinking about wanking me again. So, as you can see, basically, you know, both having and making a baby have changed me considerably. But, you know, I am still a wanker. Just an awful lot less these days. A, because I don't have the time. And B, well, I don't have a masturbatorium. But the biggest change to me is that now, whenever I see an old man holding a bag of Werther's Originals, I get strangely aroused. Thank you very much, guys. You've been amazing.